Now you might be wondering why I'm sat here in the cafeteria with a MacBook right in front of me and my iPhone floating up above. Well, let me tell you, this is no magic trick. We'll get to the magic tricks later. What this essentially is the iPhone with a device which is exclusively on Tech Today. As minuscule and tiny as this looks, this is what makes continuity camera a very special technology feature. The Belkin mount, in its initial stages, is exclusively on Tech Today. Now, of course, this is a hardware solution. You can take it like this, snap it onto MagSafe, and you're good to go, but you need a couple of software tweaks as well to use continuity camera, which we'll get to. Firstly, your Mac should be compatible and running on Mac OS Ventura, the beta form. Along with that, you should have iOS 16, which again is in beta form. Download both of them, enroll for that program. In a few months, of course, this will be available to all of us with Apple devices. Once you have the software hacks in place, you snap this on. Be wise with the placement, of course. Keep it right here. And now I can use my iPhone as a webcam. This means much better photos, much better video, and of course, a lot of cool tricks which we're going to get to in a bit. Now, your phone doesn't even need to have the display on. In fact, it needs to be locked. The display should be off. And now this is your primary camera. You go up here in settings in the control center and you get several options of video effects and stuff like that. It automatically connects. Of course, you need to put continuity camera on iOS 16 on your iPhone. Then it shows up over here. The cool part is it's not restricted to the ecosystem and just works on FaceTime. It works on FaceTime, of course, but it also works on Zoom and other video calling apps. Now, of course, the better iPhone you have, the better imaging capabilities. You can put your Pro Max as well. It lasts on this mount, and this mount perhaps will only get better. But the settings that you have access to is something we should talk about as well. You have portrait mode, you have center stage, which means this will follow me around with the iPhone cameras. So a lot of cool features. Now it's time for the magic trick. Well, it's not a magic trick, but in terms of technology, it's wizardry by Apple. What they have done is giving you a top-down view. This is my work from anywhere setup. You have my laptop, that Belkin stand, the prototype, and then of course the iPhone connected to it. My Business Today magazine, as we all should. Then of course, I have a piece of paper and a pen only for the purpose of this review. The normal line of sight would be this. This is what I can see. And you know what? My iPhone lying up over there can see this. This is desk view or top-down view, which can boggle the smartest of technologists, camera persons behind the camera as well, because this can put a lot of us out of a job. How did they do this? Of course, there's image processing, lens correction, and they have an ultra-wide camera, which can even put a GoPro to shame. Whatever I'm doing over here, if you're a reviewer or you're unboxing something, I'm writing over here, see? And in real time, you can see that on a FaceTime call, on a Zoom call, this camera is pure magic. Now, this is some really cool tech, but of course, if you're nitpicking, there are a bunch of things which you can point out. This is work in progress, but if you keep your hands right here and you're typing something, you're doing an unboxing, it is a little distorted at some points, and that looks kind of strange because it is a weird fisheye sort of an effect. That said, look at where the camera lens is and look at the view that I am getting. So I think it's really cool in terms of what they're trying to do at Apple. Also, this works really well with flat objects. If you have a 3D object over here, look, the dimensions look a little awry when I'm placing this pen over here. So maybe it's best with flat objects. But if you ask us at Tech Today, we've gotten you a first look, an exclusive sneak peek of continuity camera in public beta phase and this Belkin mount, which is sort of fascinating me. Of course, I'm sure when this does come to market, it's going to be incredibly expensive. But even if it is, and if you're shelling out the big bucks on this, this will make your life a whole lot easier if you are working from home, if you are working from anywhere. And that's what we wanted to tell you on Tech Today.